back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about people pleasing, because I'm a firm believer that people pleasing is a way that sets you up for failure. So you cannot live your life trying to please other people, because it'll never work out. Here's the thing. When you imagine you want to impress somebody so badly, right? And so you try and do that. And if you imagine doing that, but then dedicating all of your time and energy to making sure other people are happy and other people are happy with you, you will never ever be happy. I'm being so for real. When you try and live your life to please others, or try and live your life to fit the image you think somebody's created for you in their head, it will never work out. Actually, it will never work out. Because anytime you disappoint them or upset them, you're gonna feel like a failure. I felt this way. I tried to live and dedicate my time and energy and I tried to change myself and change my personality to make people like me, or to make people want to spend time with me. Did they spend time with me? No. As a matter of fact, I think I was actually way worse off for it, and I felt like a failure who didn't deserve to live because of it, honestly. Because I was trying so hard to please others and fit this image and role I thought that people wanted for me and wanted me to fulfill. And when I couldn't do it, I felt like a failure. When I could not do it, I felt like a failure. And so then when you try and live life for yourself, right after trying to spend all your time and energy living for other people to like you and to impress them, it really does just it hits a 360, because then people recognize that. People recognize when you're no longer trying to live to please them, right? And then they get upset about it, or you are acting so different and everything. When in reality, you finally grown and you're not grown, but you've grown and realized that you don't want to live trying to please others, because that person will never be satisfied. You do something that you realize you start to wonder to yourself, will anything I do ever be good enough? And so because of that, you really start thinking you're not good enough, or you're not enough, or you don't deserve these good things to happen to you, because you could not make this one person happy or people happy. So you're trying so hard, but then it's just not working out. So at the end of the day, honestly, all you really have to do is live for yourself. Don't live for other people. Don't try and live up to the expectations others have of you. If it's a thing of, she's this way, it's also the same thing as, don't let anybody put you on a pedestal. Because the second they put you on a pedestal, anytime you disappoint them even slightly, or anytime they're slightest bit upset at you, they're gonna make it feel like the end of the world, because they have you on this pedestal. They have you oh, it's the same with parents. Never make sure your parents don't hold you up on this pedestal thinking you're an angel, because that's the thing more harmful than anything, is if you ever think, oh, this person can do no wrong. You can't don't ever hold anybody else up on a pedestal, because when you realize, oh shoot, this person isn't perfect, or this person isn't the type of person I thought that they were, then it's gonna suck, and it's gonna hit hard, and you're gonna realize, wow, this sucks a lot. So you can't try and live up to everybody else's standards, and also you also just can't try to live to please other people, because it'll never work out at the end of the day. Honestly, because I say that from experience. It will never work out. You're going to feel like you constantly are trying to prove yourself, you're not good enough, and things just never work. Things will never be good unless you have this person's approval. So imagine trying to vie for somebody's approval over and over again, only to seem like you're disappointing them over and over again. You're gonna keep taking hit after hit after hit, and eventually it's all gonna pile up, and then you're now gonna you're at that point when you change yourself, you're changing your personality, you're changing your mannerisms, everything, to try and fit this image that this person has for you. And when they don't fit it, when you don't fit it, it's disappointing, and it's gonna hit you like a pile of bricks, and you're gonna think, all this time I wasted trying to please other people, I've changed myself. You're basically gonna have an identity crisis. You're gonna have an identity crisis. You're not going to know who you are. You're not gonna know what your purpose is, especially when you've had the same purpose for so long, or you've had the same goal for so long. At that point, it's really just gonna hit hard, and you're not gonna know what to do, and it's gonna suck. It's really gonna suck. So to avoid that, try your best. It's here's the thing. I once knew a people pleaser, and I told her, I was look, I'm a people pleaser too. But one thing is, you have to say no to people. That's the thing. You have to say no to people. When people are wrong, if you are able to, without fear, you tell them when they're wrong. Because it's the same thing as, it's if somebody's treating you badly. I'm going to use a scenario, because this is something, I'm going to use a pet peeve of mine. I'm going to use something that's if you do this, I'm actually done. I actually do want to yell at you, and I don't like yelling. I actually hate yelling. I hate yelling at other people. And so, I think that, me personally, if somebody did this, and this is the scenario I'm going to use, people do this to me, like, I genuinely want to crash out, right? So I'm going to tell you, this is my limit. My limit is when people start trying to tell me how I think, how I feel, what my true intentions were, what I thought I was going to do, because they aren't in my head. If you're in my head, then you know that wasn't my true intention. You would know I would never treat somebody like that. You know I would never do that at all, unprompted. So it's just a thing of, also, when people try and purposely mistake my intentions, that's something I don't do. I hate it. People, like, I'm telling you, like, if somebody does that to me, you're slowly, I'm gonna slowly make sure you start declining from my life. Because, or fastly, depending. Because there's only so many times somebody can try and tell me what my true intentions are. Because that's one thing. I've had people telling me, like, my entire life, what my intentions were, what I thought I was going to do, like, what I really meant and everything. When in reality, they don't know inside of my head. They don't know my thought process. I don't like is people putting words in your mouth, in my mouth specifically, because when people start doing that, it creates a whole other ripple of issues that could have been avoided if people stop trying to speak for me. If somebody really does not like you, no matter what you do, you will never be able to please that person. Unless you're exactly like them. And even then they won't like you because you're too much like them. So you can't try and live your life pleasing other people. One thing, like, my biggest pet peeve, I could do a whole other rant about this, so I might in next video. But next video we're going to talk about my biggest pet peeve. But for now, you just can't try and live for other people. You can't try pleasing other people because you're going to feel disappointed. You're going to feel worthless. You're going to feel like you've wasted your time. You're probably going to have an identity crisis depending on how much you've tried to change for other people and please other people. Like, honestly, it's tiring. So live for yourself, nobody else. People can have goals and expectations of being a decent human being and hoping that you have a long, successful life. Like, those type of goals, those are parent goals. Your parents, honestly, I think almost a lot of good parents at least have goals. They want their child to be successful and happy and fulfilled and not regret life. So I think that those expectations, it's like those expectations are like also kind of hopes, you know? So expectations and hopes, I think, are also a different thing. People expect you to be this way, but people hope this future for you. So they have these expectations to hope to get you to this future. So that way, no matter what happens to them, they know you're happy and fulfilled. So that's a difference between the expectations than having hope and having expectations for this hope for the good of you. But some people just have expectations they know you're going to like. You can't live up to them. Some of them you cannot live up to. Some people want you to follow the exact path that they went on, and that's just not how it's like. If you were meant to follow their path, you're going to end up following their path one way or another. But also, a lot of the times, you're not meant to follow the exact same path as somebody else. You're meant to be your own person. And so that's something I think a lot of people don't like hearing, is that you can't please everybody, and because of that, it sucks. But then you have the people that want you to try and live up to expectations, and then when you can't just live it, they can break you down, then they won't build you back up. You have to build yourself back up. So honestly, stop trying to live up to other people's expectations unless you want to be disappointed every time. I think that might be the moral of this little TED Talk, maybe. But it's car talk. So yeah, just stop trying to live up to other people's expectations. And next video is going to be my biggest pet peeve, because this, like, it's a big one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I am on the road to 1K, so if you could subscribe, I'd be so grateful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.